Good morning, YouTubers. This is John Span from JS Designs. Coming back with another video about the proper fundamentals of ordering a subwoofer. Whether you're a new beginner, or mid-tier, or extreme, there's a perfect subwoofer for you. When you come to me as a box builder and a seller, I try to sell my customers what I feel like fits where you at in that moment. If you're a new beginner, I'm going to sell you what they call lower line to mid-level subs. If you're a tier, moving up from that level, trying to get a little bit more base out your stuff, I would say you more or less the mid-level subs and to a little bit of the upper level of subs that they have out there. And most of the extreme will be the extreme subs that they have out there. If you're a new beginner and you're trying to start in the game, the first one I would recommend would be like the DB Drive G1, G2, G3. Right here I have the G2. It's 1250 watts RMS, 3-inch voice coil, dual 4 ohms. You'll make sure that you get dual 4 ohms because a lot of new beginners make a mistake and get all kinds of different subs from other people. Some might be a dual 2 ohms. Some might be a dual 1. You might not know the configuration of how to wire it up. That's why when you get started, you really need to get a proper shop to install your stuff. This right here is the audio pipe BDC4. If I would have sold you something like this, I would sell you something like this all the way down to the BDC2. The reason being, these particular subs right here are more budget friendly, just like this one, but not so much this one, but this one's more budget friendly. So when you go out and try to spend the money, it will seem plausible for you to go out and spend what you're spending on this type of sub. And you can still get the same output as you're getting from this one. That might cost us a little bit more. This one is 1100 watts RMS, and it's also a dual 4. And it's got, dual 4, and you got 4 stacks on this magnet. So it's a pretty beefy sub, so you'll get a lot of pressure from this sub right here. Once you step up a little bit to that next tier, I would probably sell you something like the Sundowns, X Series, U's. I wouldn't go so much to say the ZV6, but I have sold a couple of them to a couple of people like that. The ZV Scar, ZVX, VFX, and there's a whole list of subs that you can get that's in that middle tier of mid-level subs that's out there. This one right here is 2000 watts. It also has a 3-inch voice coil, but as you can see, this towers over these lower tier subs. Got a massive motor structure, as you can see there. This is the V3. Yeah, coming out soon with the V4, and I'll probably be getting some more of the V4s in. I'll try to get some V4s or the ZV7s. If you're stepping into that upper echelon, then you know what I'm saying. I got to say it as ZV7 that is coming out, or something like the Inhumane. What else they got? That's crazy like that. Team Sundown, I'm not sure if they're still pushing that anymore. Nightshades. You can even get the Orion ACCAs or the Orion ACCA SPX series. Those have a 4-inch voice coil. This one takes 2500 watts RMS. I think the other one takes somewhere between 3,000 to 5,000 watts RMS. It's crazy. So you could imagine somebody who's just starting out trying to get this. That'd be ridiculous. He's not gonna spend that type of money. First thing you have to do is when you first get your system, you want to at least try to get your electrical properly done. Most times when somebody who's just jumping off the porch, starting off, where I was selling something like this, because 9 times out of 10 they might have just a 4-gauge wire in the car. They might have somebody might have sold them a Planet Audio amp or a Boss amp that says 3,000 watts or 5,000 watts, but the amp don't do nowhere near that. So you don't have the adequate power for me to sell you something like this to start you off with. So I wouldn't do you like that. I would try to sell you the proper stuff that you need. Something like this, like I said, 1250 watts, or something like this is 1100 watts. Maybe some kicker comps or CBRs. It's like 700 watts or something like that. sundown SAs or E's, that's 600 to 750 watts RMS. I think the new version moved up to 1,000. I would probably sell you something like that as you starting off, so you can kind of generally move up into your progressions as you start to enter in that bass game. A lot of times when people start off with this, their ears get adjusted to it. Next thing you know, they want to upgrade, and then they'll move up to a next tier. That's how I properly try to sell people car audio. I don't try to push something that's not for you or you can't afford to maintain or even get it to do what it's supposed to do when it's properly doing. So if you need any subs, amps, zero gauge wires, EQs, crossovers, etc., custom enclosures built, please hit me up at 706-239-7920. And as always, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. Thank you.
Cook that shit up, Quay.